Kevin. Well, Jim and I knew we were going to have a little bit of extra time. And since we had 2 weeks worth of pick sixes, I got it all for us. So
So you got to pick 12?
We got to pick 12. Absolutely. Right. Let's go, KT. It is our time to shine. We are back at it like some crack addicts. It's time to talk a little sports. We're going to put the sports in Sports Life Talk. So first and foremost, we got the Yahoo League back up and running. We didn't discuss it, but shout out to KD. Damn it. He scored 150 points in week 1. I can't remember what the name of that. I think that was Cut to the Chase. He won that week. Now, KD, damn it, I'm going to let you know I let you off the hook, sir. Breece Hall tore his knee up in the second quarter. He would have won that. If he wouldn't have got hurt, I would have won that week. I'm just telling you straight up. You beat me by 7 points. This past week, it was a firing frenzy. Everybody was in the running. It was scores left and right. We had outstanding performers. And Aaron McDaniel, who's a listener of the show, he's been rocking with us for a couple of years. He pulled it off with 177 points. Shout out to Mac. And congratulations to both of you guys on back-to-back weeks. This week, we got it up. If you don't have the link already, get with us. We'll get the link out there. It's Born Again Christian. We saw the reemergence of Christian McCaffrey as he performed the first trifecta since, I think, 2005, they said. It's crazy. First person to run, catch, and throw a touchdown since 2005.
Yeah, I'm so glad I had him on one of my fantasy teams. Good grief, I had him.
I know, right? I bet you the person who won last week had him in their lineup, so congratulations.
All right, here we go, Kevin. You left something out in fantasy.
What happened to you, man?
What happened to you on Sunday? Who did you play against?
Man, I'm in about like 13, 14 leagues. Which one
I'm
are you
referencing? League. I don't care about the other leagues. I'm talking the league that we got.
Me and you in a couple of leagues together.
Yeah, but whichever league. I think.
Oh, you talking about the host league? The host league?
Yeah, I think I beat you.
Yeah, I had a bad week. I don't know who I was playing against. See, the thing is, when you on my level, Kevin, you play to your level. You know what I'm saying? You come in. I come in every week and I'm playing against my own self. So congratulations.
I dropped 197 on your head. So, but go ahead and continue, sir. You know who's number one in that league? You know who's number one in that league? No, Jim. No, you ain't managed your team in 3 weeks.
I'm
number one right now.
Pam, you might be the worst team in the league with the best players. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. You got the best players and you don't ever touch it. All right, Kevin, this is a sports show.
Yes.
KT, are you going to tune in to the World Series? Right now, the Philadelphia Phillies are up 2-1.
So let me ask you this. Are the Houston Astros in the World Series?
Yes.
Then no, I would not watch the World Series.
Now you can't dog out the Houston Astros like that and not give us no reason, man. Why not, bro?
I don't like Houston sports teams. And I don't like the Houston Astros because they won the World Series before we did. And it's just Houston. I love the people that are in Houston. I love the Dresses and Salted Pretzels, which you can watch them on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central on our YouTube page. I love Beyonce. Is Meg Thee Stallion from Houston?
Yes, Meg Thee Stallion from Houston.
I like Meg Thee Stallion. Like I like certain individuals. I love the people of Houston, but their sports teams, no.
Frenchies? You always be talking about Frenchies?
I haven't had it yet. I need to get that.
Oh, okay.
Look, I already told my sister I land at 7:30 on Friday night. They close at 10. Let's go.
Land? You not driving, man?
She got a baby. She got the baby.
Got the baby. Hell no.
Oh,
you know, a 4-hour drive with a kid like that, that'll be off the chain.
No, all right, Kevin. Number 2. What female college basketball player are you most excited to watch this upcoming season?
Beachum, can I get a selfless plug for our You Got Next series?
Yes.
Well, coming up, probably this Sunday, we're going to have Star Jacobs from Gemini Jones and I's alma mater, UTA. We had her on the show. She's the best player on that team.
And the conference.
The best player in the conference. She was the MVP. And she came and rocked with us, y'all. So, Star Jacobs. But also, I want to see what Aaliyah Boston does.
I knew you was going to say Aaliyah Boston.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that girl out of Iowa, man. What's her last name? Caitlin Clark. And shout out another You Got Next plug. We had one of her assistant coaches, Raina, on the show. So shout out to Iowa. I'm excited to see. I think Caitlin Clark is going to put up 40 a game this year. Kevin, we already kind of talked about Ime. Let's talk about it. Steve Nash and the Nets fallout. They let this man go after a 2-5 record. They went on to lose again after he was gone. Now the Nets are 2-6. It's early in the season, though. So what are your thoughts about this drama that took place in Brooklyn?
Well, Steve Nash, it was mutual because he said that the players weren't responding to him.
Yeah.
And here's the point, though. They weren't going to respond to you last year because they already said they didn't need a coach. And you're not established coach, so you had no skins in the game. So you shouldn't have been the head coach anyway. They should have got the guy that was at Golden State, and that team would have been a lot better. Now, getting that cheater on their team, they probably are going to win the East.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to steal this sound bite of this take from my cousin Corey, who's listening to us right now. He brought up an excellent point, and it made me start to really simmer and stew on this. Steve Nash was fired a long time ago. Yeah. The truth of the matter is that when Kevin Durant came out and requested a new coach, they couldn't make that call then because it would have looked like Kevin Durant is now making decisions for our organization, right? He's running the show, and so they let it sit for 8 weeks as if nobody's forgot. So you got this group of people who are gonna say, hey, one has nothing to do with the other. You got another group of people who will be like, oh, I forgot all about Kevin Durant and his demands. And then you got another group of people that's like myself. So 2/3 of the people don't even care anymore. And then you got 1/3 that's gonna make a big deal out of about it. But at the end of the day, he was fired a long time ago because 2-5 is not enough body of work to justify and say this man deserves to be fired. I do agree with you. Ime is gonna come in and take this thing to a whole nother level.
I do want to say something that KD said.
The Brooklyn Nets.
That KD said in the comments talking about he should have never had that job. Now this is true, but if we're going to use that, then Derek Fisher shouldn't have been the coach of the Knicks at that one point because he didn't have the coach.
Yeah, I was about to say, look, man, it's a lot of. I'm not going to try to get in that too much because I get too emotional when it comes to African American coaches and getting opportunities. But look, it didn't work. They got put out the playoffs by inches, and now Steve Nash will be the assistant in Dallas.
Says coach. Nothing to me says coach with him. So it
didn't feel right from the begin with. All right, Kevin. Jimbo Fisher. We're going to college football right now.
Let's do it.
Jimbo Fisher has an $86 million buyout. Things are clearly broken in College Station, sir. What are your thoughts? Does Jimbo need to hit the road? Do you pay the $86 million, or do you say, hey, we in too deep? He guaranteed this. We got to let this man fix his problems.
I give him another year, and I'm going to the boosters because $86 million is nothing for them. He has another year to get this picked up. Now, if he can't do it next year, because the recruiting class he had was the number one, and they're still young. It's a young team.
Well, Kevin, let me introduce you to this new rule called the NIL and the transfer portal. Those kids are gone. I can guarantee you right now, there's rumblings right now that half of these kids are not going to make it through. There's three or four of the kids have already been suspended off the team. They out marketing and looking for themselves.
Yeah, but you know what those kids were doing too in the locker room or something like that. You can't do that either.
Yeah, I heard they were smoking weed in the locker room. I don't know. I don't know. We're a different type of sports show. We're going to talk about it here because we're in front of our family. But, hey.
But I think you got to give him another year. And if he can't get it cleaned up then hey, boosters, let's come together.
I think we're looking at Florida State 2.0. I think the longer you let him sit, the more he is going to destroy that program. With Texas coming, Texas A&M better straighten up and fly right.
Jimbo Fisher got a national championship in Florida State.
Yeah, with Jameis Winston. That's it. This man has taken many 4- and 5-star quarterbacks and can't find another Jameis Winston.
But I will say this: his record is worse than Kevin Sumlin's. So you know what?
If not identical,
it's actually worse right now. I think it may be like a game or two worse. So you know what? I'm changing my stance.
Let him go. Yeah, I don't think he. I wouldn't let him stay to the end of this year. He'll be gone at the end of the year if you got the money.
And you know what's going to happen?
What?
Get rid of him, and I don't want to see him leave. We'll go after Deion.
Nah, we're going to talk about that another week. Deion, stay home. All right, Kevin, any impact trades at the trade deadline that caught your attention yesterday?
Shoot, everyone that went for it, B. Jones. This is one of the best trade deadlines that I've seen in the NFL.
I thought it was kind of lackluster, Kevin. I didn't really see it. I mean, I got a Claypool. I'm going to tell you, which was your favorite? What was your favorite move, Kevin?
My favorite was probably getting Chubb to go to Miami Dolphins.
I was about to say, that's the one trade that made me sit up because we saw what happened with Von Miller a proven defensive end, went to the Rams last year, right? Changed everything around for him. Now,
and they got Wilson from the 49ers. They got another running back. See, when you get them defensive ends with that C on they collar, and they went and got Bradley Chubb, that Miami might be a legitimate problem. All right, so since we talking about Miami, last year, the two worst divisions in the NFL was the AFC East and the NFC East. I even call it the NFC least. Now, a year later, these teams are all wrecking. They causing hell. So, Kevin, which division do you think, since it's a Halloween week, which of those two divisions do you think is the scariest? I mean, if we're just going by the record, it's got to be the NFC East. Now, if you go from just talent,
I'm talking about right now teams. If you got to play all four of them teams, you a team looking at it, you got to play the Giants, the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on the last. The Commanders. Or then you got to play the Bills, the Dolphins, the Jets, and so forth.
Well, the fact that the Bills are probably going to be the ones that represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, I want to say them. But look at the NFC East. Look at the records. We got a team that's undefeated, and we got two that are 6-2. So give me the NFC
262 teams in the NFC East. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really scared of the Commanders or the Commanders 4-4. Quiet as kept. Carson Wentz, they were 4-4 with Taylor Heineke and Carson Wentz. So, but at the end of the day, I have no fear in my heart over the Jets either. And then of course, the Patriots are kind of
But the Cowboys and the Eagles, the Eagles and Cowboys.
Yeah, I got to go with the NFC East because if I can get past the Dolphins, if I can get past the Bills, I probably can get in the shootout with the Dolphins. So, all right, Kevin, a couple of weeks ago, I kind of saw you on the basketball court because I remember when we first started doing this, you got teed up, and it was a big ordeal. But Klay Thompson got into it with Devin Booker on the court, and he was ejected. My question to you, since you were humiliated and given a technical foul in front of everybody, do these professional players get embarrassed about getting ejected from these games?
Nah, because their paychecks they're not affected, so no, they don't get embarrassed. It's just that was his first one ever, so it was about time to go ahead and get ejected. But no, they don't get embarrassed.
Well, Kevin, you want to tell us how you felt when it was your moment and you got put under the technical foul? Were you embarrassed, sir?
I wasn't embarrassed. I was just shocked because it was like one of the weakest texts you can get. I should have got my money's worth. I should have talked about his hair, his shoes, his breath stink. I should have just talked about everything.
All right, Kevin. So let's go back to the NFL football and shout out to everybody. I do agree with you guys. The Vikings Hawk trade was a good trade. The Roquan Smith to the Ravens was absolutely my favorite or my second favorite.
That's why I wanted the Cowboys to get.
Christian McCaffrey to the 49ers was a huge trade. So it was a good trade deadline. It was a good trade year. The quiet one that nobody really talking about is Hines to the Buffalo Bills. Hines is a proven pass-back commodity. So we'll talk about we're going to get into some of these trades later on in the next Pick Six. But, Kevin, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, it's looking rough right now. Who are you more concerned for?
I'm more concerned for Brady because of his age and they can't really protect him. So if the right team gets after him, it's going to be a wrap. Rodgers, I can't stand him. He is one of the worst teammates to ever play a professional sport. It's always somebody else's minutes need to be cut. When, sir, you haven't been playing great either. And let's just be real, B. Jones. He's a great regular season quarterback, but not this year. When the playoff comes, where does Rodgers go?
Yeah.
I don't know where he is either, B. Jones. We don't know where he is either. It's because I'm sick of him.
So you're more concerned about the Packers and Rodgers?
I'm more concerned about Brady and his health.
Oh, okay.
I don't care about Rodgers.
Yeah, you know what? We say Rodgers still got it, but some of these passes, this thing ain't looking good for neither team. I think in this situation I got to go with defense. So I'm more concerned about the Packers because Packers don't have nearly the amount of weapons that Tom Brady got around him. Tom Brady got a Leonard Fournette he can count on. He's got wide receivers who are all pro wide receivers that he can count on. He got a defense that's led by Levante David and Devin White and an all pro safety. At the end of the day, I know Rodgers got the talent, but Rodgers was already doing more with less, and now all of a sudden you take a Devontae Adams out and you give him Alan Lazard.
He ran him off. He's the reason why he left.
All I'm saying is I'm more concerned for the Packers. All right.
And hold on, BJ, let me say one more thing about Rodgers. If he was really concerned about this receiving core, he would have showed up at OTAs and worked with him. All right, go ahead.
Both of them miss OTAs though, Kevin.
Brady
was going through divorce. He was going through the stuff with his wife. So.
We understand his personal life. Rodgers was just being a jerk.
Hey, speaking of that, man, somebody told me that Pete Davidson was seen with Giselle. Is that true?
I hope that's not true.
Pam, is that true?
I think they were saying it was like a bet who would be. Yeah, I don't think that's true.
I don't know. All right, Kevin, second half fantasy ring winner. Go ahead. Give me one player out there that everybody need to try to go trade for. Or if you got them, you got a lottery ticket in your pocket worth $1.2 billion.
I want to go Gus Edwards.
Gus Edwards is a good one. Gus Edwards. I'm going with Travis Etienne Jr. If you got Travis Etienne Jr. on your roster, if you held on to him, you were patient, this kid is about to make you look like a rock star. And my second in place is going to be Kenneth Walker Jr. And the reason is because I dropped him. I drafted Dameon Pierce, Chris Olave, and Kenneth Walker in every single league I could, and I dropped Kenneth Walker in every league. Because Rashad Penny showed up, and I said, that boy not going to see the field this year. Rashad Penny gets hurt the next week, and everybody in my league got a free lottery ticket. So congratulations.
Your receiver, Olave, go get him too, because everybody else can't stay healthy. Who else can they throw the ball to?
Yeah, Olave might be the only wide receiver in New Orleans. So, Kevin, who's your biggest fantasy disappointment so far this season?
I'm giving you two, and I got both of them on my team, Jonathan Taylor and Aaron Rodgers.
Man, I'm going with Mike Thomas. Can't guard Mike was supposed to be.
Oh, back. I got him too.
He was supposed to be just killing the game. And my second one is going to Darren Waller. What the hell has happened to Darren Waller? Marcus Allen is rolling over in his grave right now at the way Darren Waller is playing.
This man killed Marcus.
This thing is ugly.
But you know what? I think he's trying to get traded. He doesn't want to play there anymore. I think he's trying to get traded, BJ.
Man. They gonna make that boy back to drinking.
That's four people that we've named. I got all of them on my team.
Man, I got them all too, and they all trash. All right, man. Let's see. Last one. I know it's possible, but in the real world, with the way the media work, we know who the mid-season MVP is. But do you think Jalen Hurts, can do enough to earn that MVP trophy at the end of this year?
If Josh Allen were to get hurt, that's the only way. That's the only way. I think he could, because the Eagles, I hate to give them credit, B. Jones, but they're a force. And he's playing out of his mind, man. Not a lot of people believed him. I don't know why. Yeah, because he was proven in college. But yeah, he has a shot. But it's Josh Allen's to lose.
All right, Kevin. Well, we're gonna quickly do the game, the pick of the week. I think everybody won last week, which was I think it was Colts Titans. Everybody, I think UKD and Jim and I picked the Titans. I picked the Colts. Titans won. So I'm gonna make it even more harder this week, bro. I'm gonna make it even more harder. Here we go. Who do you think is going to win out of the Raiders and the Jaguars? The Raiders and the Jaguars. So you just can't go an easy toss up no more.
Oh my good.
Raiders.
I'm going. Okay. You know what? We were adopted into the family. The Raiders.
I'm going Jaguars. And I was going. Hey, in all fairness, I was going Jaguars all the time. If both of y'all would have said Jaguar, I would have said we all three Jaguars. I was going Jaguars all the way. The Raiders looked god awful. They scored 0 last week.
Here's another thing, P. Jones.
The Saints is a 2-5 team before they play the Raiders.
Guess what?
Everybody in the chat saying Raiders. So
everybody in the chat wrong.
Well, Callie J is a Raiders fan. I got Devontae Adams. I got Derek Carr. I got Waller. I got Jacobs. I try to represent for Raiders Nation. And what are y'all doing to me? Except Jacobs. Jacobs is coming through.